Hello everybody, now this is Sonya again, and I'm going to show you now how I made this other light shade, this one here. I started doing this earlier. I forgot I'm supposed to be putting it on video, but what I've done so far is not something that I can't tell you anyway, okay? So I put I had a gold bead cap yet again, very big one actually, and it went under the bottom of this bead that is fairly heavy and had a big size hole which you need, you know, to put your stick thing through. Now I painted it, and I painted that because I didn't want that to be gold. I wanted it to be white, and I've made it a little bit messy sort of, so it would be textured. This one here I added the white and pink together and did it, but I'm thinking I might do some little painting on that. I don't know yet whether I'll put some little flowers on there or something. We'll see what happens, because I want to leave something to when whoever gets this will, you know, have interest to it when it goes to them. Now I used a skewer. First of all, I stuck that bead onto this flat piece. Now the flat piece, you can use lots of different things, you know, like even a button might be good. If you painted the button, that might work. Well, I think it will, you know. Get yourself a nice size button and paint it and put under there, you know, and that'll work. There's lots of different things anyway. If you just sit down and look at bits and pieces that you've got, I'm sure that there'll be ideas out there for you. So then I put the big bead on there, big bead that I would never use on anything else, but it's been painted and it's going to look really cool. Then I got a piece of skewer, you know, and I just broke that off. Now, because it is a little bit loose and I didn't want it wobbling all over the place, I got some of my wipes that I've had sitting here. Sometimes they dry out, and I just cut a little tiny bit. I put some glue on it, wrapped it round and pushed it into there, okay? Now a little bit did come through the top. I'm not going to be concerned about that, because I can either take that off or I can cover it with something, which I probably will do. I've also put a bit on the end of it because I want that to be put into the top part, which is going to be this. Now I'm using this piece of plastic lid. I think it came off something, well, I don't really know. It's got these little hands on the top of it. I've painted it over a few times. Plastic, and plastic is okay, but I'd rather it, well, I couldn't have a timber one now, could I? So I just wanted this because I did, okay? There's no only thing I could find that I really thought would work. Now I know it's not deep enough that way, because for the proportion of the thing it's going to look a bit silly looking, okay? Because you need to have it like put into proportion. You can, my eye tells me that, but I know that it's probably a third and a third and a third, which is going to be not right for this fat thing, but because it's a miniature thing, I think it doesn't really matter. It's not miniature, but it is, but you still want it to look right. See, this one I think is, because I've got that in proportion to that bit, okay? And that's what you want to do, really. So therefore I need that part here to be the same down this way, you understand? Okay, clear as mud, I hope not. Anyway, so in this I put a piece of paper. I stuck some paper in there because I don't know whether you realise or no, but anything plastic that you glue to, it's pretty easy. If you give it a good yank, you can get it undone. And if it doesn't really dry on that, it will come off. But I've put the paper there just as a surface thing, sort of to hold it to start with. And now I want to put in something that I can actually sit this into, like when I put the post into, like so. Now I think that I've actually used the button that I was going to do that with on the bottom of that other thing, right? Another thing being this light shade. So to find something that will go in there that I can push this into, it's going to glue down. There's probably a lot easier way of doing it than this. This is Sonya's way, you know. So I'll push that up in there. because to my way of thinking that is not going to be secure enough. So I've got one of these pony beads, and they got a good size hole in them. Well, that went in there pretty good. Okay, so now I can stick the pony bead in there on the paper. And now I would do that with the glue gun, only I don't have that turned on, which is probably wasn't a good idea, because I realised I should have did that because I wanted it to dry fairly quick. But see, this just gives this a bigger surface area to glue to, instead of it just being the tiny little post. You've got a bigger surface to fasten it onto. So now I'm going to stick that on there. I would have, now if you understand what I'm saying when I say it's got a better surface, instead of it just having this much, you built the little bead and it made it rounder, and therefore it's going to sit on there better for you. Now, the next thought that I had was that I might cover this with paper, and that would make it a bit longer or whatever. But then I had another idea, and I thought I might go with the bead. I hope I haven't been doing this for too long. The bead. I thought I might go with the lace, because this lace looks absolutely gorgeous, you know, doesn't it? And it's got this nice pink round there. So I'm going to cut that off there to the length that I think I'm going to need. Mind you, I probably should do the top first. Okay, so I might see how much of this I need first. And I just put it around there as a bit of an idea. Cut that off. Woo, this has all gone wobbly. You sit back there, you. With this one, I did put a piece of paper over top of the actual plastic lid that I use, because that is a plastic lid that I've got under there, and I did put a piece of paper around it. But I don't think I will, because I think I want the lace to actually come down I don't know, no, I don't like the stick poking out there. You can see the stick. No, I don't like that. No, I'm going to fix that. I shouldn't have probably stuck that on there till I fix the top end of it, but we will work away with that anyway. So I need a piece of paper. I need a piece of paper or a piece of card or something that goes around there that's going to look nice. I need it in a pink, I suppose, because I'm going to put pink or white. Let me see. Got more stuff here than sink a ship, but I can't find what I want. It never occurred to me to do this, of course, did it, Sonia? Oh, dear me, I'm here. Nobody panic, I'm still here. Wait a minute. Wow, that's a bit scary. Too bright, too bright. Something light under there so I can now I'm just eyeballing this because I'm going to cut that about there. Everybody's going to have to work out their own as far as how deep they want it to be. The size of the bead would probably be the way to go. The size of your bead from there, so it'll look right. Anyway, we're gonna give it a go. Now, as I'm going along, I'm thinking now you could easily just use this and get a die, one of your edge cutting things, and put an edge across there. Yeah, I got one of those. Not now. I've got too many things to work with there. Now we're going to put that around here, and you know what, I'm going to take this off because I want to take it off. It's not going to come now. Come on, get out of there, you. Just sit over there for a minute. This is how I craft, but I can't help that. I just have to do it this way. It's how I do my crafting, and that's what I'm showing you, the real me here. Oh well, I think we all do talk to ourselves. We all, you know, make mistakes. We all have to get ourselves tangled up in the glue because that's just the way that it is. Some people do a bit more gentle and a bit calm, and maybe they don't get in a state like me, but now that'll hold that. Probably I'm only using this for the base. You do have to have the top bit though. I know that the light shade has not got a top in it, but if you don't have the top, you're going to have to make some fancy get up in the middle to keep it together. You know, some bits of spokes and things going across in it like you would on the lamps. Because they don't just sit there in thin air. That these lids, they've got to be put on. Please don't let me have cut too much off that. Stick down. Yeah, definitely would have. There we go. I hope this doesn't go for too long. My daughter told me yesterday she was going to help me edit some things, but I don't know. You don't know which bit you'd cut out, do you, when you're doing this sort of stuff? You don't know what you'd take out. Maybe this bit where I'm getting stuck up. I could just fast forward it. What's name does that, doesn't she? Jeanette knows how to do that. Yeah. Come on, stick down, don't play the fool. Okay, now, so that's brought that down a lot better, and I think that's a lot more in proportion. Looks better to me. So now the thing wants to glue into the inside for me. But we'll let it go there, we'll let it stick, eh? Wait a minute, I'm not going to, wait a minute. I need to just get this settled down there, stuck down properly. I shouldn't be bending it too much. Do try and use a piece of card that is fairly sturdy. Paper's not going to... You want a piece of good, sturdy paper. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so isn't that how that fit just nice? Look. And then that goes on there like that. And then I'm going to get a piece of paper, I'd say, and sit on the top of there. I'm not going to worry too much because I think the paper will look really good sitting on there. Now I'm going to go now, and I'll come back in a second and I'm going to show you what it looks like finished. Okay, bye-bye.